Coming up, how to invest in successful startups and generate income. Kazakhstan is launching a venture capital school. What can Shejre tell about? Domestic bioengineers reveal the secrets of the genetic code of the Kazakh ethnic group. Stay tuned to learn about the unique DNA research. On forced social isolation and the pandemic through art, an exhibition of the famous Kazakh artist Cengiz Nurlubayev has opened in Nur-Sultan. Details next. As of today, Kazakhstan has already restored international air traffic by 40%. If before the pandemic, domestic airlines operated about 500 flights a week, now there are almost 230. The epidemiological situation in any given state is one of the main reasons for the resumption of flights. Kazakh residents can fly to 20 countries. According to the Civil Aviation Committee, most flights are operated to Turkey, Uzbekistan, UAE, Georgia. But the number of flights to Russia may soon increase, from 11 to 33 per week. Previously, we had about 180 flights a week between Moscow and Kazakhstan. 4 flights have been operating from Nur-Sultan per day. Now we have only 4 flights a week between Nur-Sultan and Moscow. In addition, it was possible to restore air traffic with Hungary. The Nur-Sultan-London flight should resume next week. Flights to Qatar and the Maldives will open in October. The situation in the domestic air transportation market is much better. The sector has fully recovered from the pandemic. Compared to 2019, the number of flights has increased. If 2 years ago the airlines operated 45 flights a week, now there are 57 destinations available to Kazakh residents. The number of flights has grown from 500 to 700. Passenger traffic increased by 30%. A new railway route was launched between Kazakhstan and China. Trains will operate in the direction Zhejiang, Horgos, Altınkul. The first train has already delivered 1,200 tons of cargo from China to our country, including fabrics, clothing, furniture, and other products, totaling almost $15 million. And from here, the goods will be sent to other countries of Central Asia. Previously, goods were delivered by sea to Europe, then by rail and road to Central Asia. Now transportation takes 10 days, from the moment of dispatch to unloading. The new route made it possible to significantly reduce the time and cost of transportation. Kazakhstan and Russia are expanding cross-border cooperation. Despite the pandemic, the trade turnover between Kazakhstan and the Astrakhan region for the first half of this year amounted to $8,200,000. 34 enterprises with the participation of Kazakh capital are registered in the region. The opening of the Consulate General of Kazakhstan in Astrakhan, as well as the forthcoming Forum of Inter-Regional Cooperation in Kokshetau this fall, will boost partnership. The parties note the great potential in the field of tourism. You know that great efforts are being made in Aktau to develop the tourist zone. Hotels are being built. I think that Aktau will gladly welcome tourists from Russia and other countries. The level of mutual relations, the level of commodity exchange between our countries, in general between Kazakhstan and the Astrakhan region, invariably shows growth. And we intend to continue this trend. Today, we are actively discussing with our partners prospects for further growth in various areas, including industry, manufacturing, agriculture, tourism, and cultural exchange. Kazakhstan reported 4,024 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Almaty continues to account for the highest case count in the country. The southern metropolis detected 931 new infections in the past day. Karaganda region is in the second place with 581 new cases. Nur-Sultan follows with 320 new positive cases of infection. Since the beginning of the pandemic, total COVID-19 cases in Kazakhstan have passed 832,000. According to the country's health ministry, more than 82,000 patients continue to receive treatment for coronavirus. Of them, over 17,000 residents are in inpatient care. To date, 5,834,656 Kazakh citizens have been fully vaccinated against the virus with 2 doses. The Venture Capital School in Kazakhstan is starting its new season. The Astana hub has announced the registration process for participants willing to study in the 5th training course of the VC school. Those who want to learn the skills of investing in startups and IT companies will be able to listen to leading venture capitalists and active global business angels during this training, which will be absolutely free of charge. Students will be able to find answers to relevant questions, such as how to find a balance between profitability and risk, how to form projects, what are the basic terms of transaction, and many others. Simply put, by attending this course, students will learn how to invest their money in successful projects and generate income from them. In addition, participants will have the opportunity to meet cool professionals and expand their business contacts. Applications are accepted until September 20th. The training will take place from 28th to 30th of September.
Школа венчурного инвестора – это вот про то, как рисковать с умом, да, потому что, раздать деньги вот тем 9 парням, которые…
The VC school is about taking smart risks. For example, unfortunately, it doesn't take much wits to give money to the 9 guys who don't achieve any commercial success. On the contrary, it takes certain knowledge and experience to give money to those 10 guys, those 10% who will achieve commercial success. Because at the end of the day, the investor has only one goal, which is to earn and increase his income. That's why the VC school is about investing wisely, about not giving money to 9 losers.
Да, школа VC School – это вот про то, как инвестировать грамотно, про то, как не отдать деньги 9 неудачникам.
Kazakh scientists can undergo internships abroad at the state's expense. The Center for International Programs continues its application process for scientific professionals. This year, 1,055 scholarships have been allocated for the Balashak program. 500 of them are intended for domestic researchers, so that they can acquire new knowledge and take part in joint work with foreign colleagues in the world's leading research centers and universities. This time, Kazakh scientists will be able to undergo academic training in 80 specialties and internship in 137 specialties. The application submission will last until October 28. In addition, this year the conditions for applicants have been relaxed.
Всем претендентам, успешно прошедшим конкурс, представителям…
All applicants who have successfully passed the competition for these 5 categories of internships, after being awarded a scholarship by the decision of the National Commission for Training Personnel Abroad, are exempted from providing collateralized property as a guarantee upon concluding a pledge agreement. It is enough for them to provide 2 individuals as guarantors.
Достаточно им предоставить 2 физических лиц в качестве гарантов.
This time, the selection process itself will last only 3 months, whereas previously candidates were selected within 6 months. The internship itself will be no more than 12 months. Upon their return, all program participants will have to work off the internship within 3 years. Domestic geneticists are recreating general family tree of the Kazakh people. Maksat Jabagin leads the unique project. For several years now, he has been the head of one of the newest scientific laboratories in Nur-Sultan. Kazakh bioengineers conduct thorough research and reveal the unveiled secrets of the genetic codes of the Kazakh ethnos.
Моя работа заключается в том, что когда нам приносят материал…
My job is to isolate DNA when we receive the biomaterial, that is, blood, and I send it for further tests. Currently, blood is being actively collected from across Kazakhstan from different genesis. Our research is carried out in order to build a genetic tree on the basis of Y chromosomes.
Построить генетическое дерево.
With the help of such an analysis of Y chromosomal DNA, it is possible not only to determine belonging to one or another group of the Kazakh tribe, but also to confirm or dispel the myth of who their ancestor in fact was in the history of the Great Steppe. Such studies require hard work, not only in laboratories, but also in the field. Every year, geneticists go on expeditions, not only within the country, but to neighboring countries as well, where a considerable number of representatives of various tribes of the Kazakh people also live, which means they are carriers of a unique genetic code.
В этом году мы объехали Южный Казахстан.
This year we traveled across southern Kazakhstan, northern Kazakhstan, central Kazakhstan. We worked in part of western Kazakhstan, in Uralsk, Aktobe. We have planned an expedition in Mongolia. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, the borders of Mongolia are closed for visiting, so we will probably postpone this expedition until next year.
Монголия закрыта для посещения. Поэтому, наверное, эту экспедицию мы тоже отложим на следующий год.
Together with geneticists, modern historians actively undertake to recreate Shejere, a real genealogical tree of Kazakhs. Together, they form a new chronicle of the country.
Безусловно, все те научные открытия, которые мы делаем, мы публикуем в ведущих журналах.
We publish in the leading English-speaking genetics publications all those scientific discoveries that we make. On January 5th, 2021, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev instructed to write a new academic history of Kazakhstan. Within this new academic history of Kazakhstan, a whole section will be dedicated to the ethnogenesis of Kazakhs. As we know, the academic history of Kazakhstan is the basis for the state standard for teaching at schools. School textbooks are based on it. Probably based on what will be written in the academic history of Kazakhstan, this may also be featured partially in school textbooks.
Это тоже может частично попасть в школьные учебники.
At the end of the year, Kazakh geneticists plan to present unique data on the Kidde genus, first publishing the results of their research abroad. With this aim, scientists collected samples of biomaterials from 160 representatives of this tribe and traveled across half the country. In addition, they involved their colleagues from neighboring countries. Two exhibitions were opened in Nur-Sultan to mark 60 years anniversary of human spaceflight, as well as 30 years since the first Kazakh cosmonaut Tokhtar Obakirov's flight into space. The organizers named the exhibition Road to Space. According to the project developer Olga Skalchuk, part of the exposition has been prepared by the Moscow Museum of Cosmonautics. The other section includes the works by 18 artists from Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine, Kyrgyzstan, Italy, and Switzerland. Visitors of the exhibition can see the mysterious image of endless space illustrated by humans who throughout history have been trying to reveal the mystery of the universe, as well as works devoted to scientific discoveries in this area.
На двух выставках представлено более 50 разных работ, где выставка современного искусства.
More than 50 different works are presented at these two exhibitions. The contemporary art exhibition features videos, sculptures, installations, photographs, and paintings. And the Museum of Cosmonautics is hosting a documentary photo exhibition featuring photographs as well as stories about the presented objects. The exhibition will run until October 25th. It was from October 2nd to October 10th in 1991 that Tokhtar Obakirov was in space. The exhibition will be further replenished with photographs of this historic flight.
Бакиров был в космосе. Выставка будет дополнена еще фотографиями, архивными фотографиями этого исторического полета.
Famous Kazakh artist Cengiz Nurlubayev held an exhibition with a name that couldn't be more relevant in today's world, which is Pandemic, Isolation, Takeoff. There he presented the works which he made during the period of forced self-isolation. Nurlubayev depicted the emotional and psychological state of a person using the allegory of a bird flying out of a cage. Over the past year and a half, he has created about 300 paintings, but he presented to the public only 60 of them. The artist used a variety of techniques and tools, including watercolor, acrylic, ballpoint pen, computer graphics, and much more. Nurlubayev is a member of the Union of Artists of Kazakhstan, as well as a laureate of the Presidential Prize, and author of a book, Aqzir, about Kazakh and international artists. These paintings were created when we were all sitting at home all the time and couldn't go out anywhere. No matter how isolated an artist is, his inner creativity will find a way to manifest itself. The paintings will also be exhibited in other galleries of our country if there is demand for it. And if the opportunity arises, they will be presented overseas too. The crew of the yacht Shohan Valikhanov has completed a round-the-world expedition. This event was dedicated to the 30th anniversary of Kazakhstan's independence. The first Kazakh round-the-world expedition started in autumn of 2007 under the motto, "We are opening up the world, and the world is opening to us." The vessel crossed 3 oceans, passed the waters of Europe, South America, and the Pacific Islands. The team honorably carried the national flag of Kazakhstan presented by First President Nur-Sultan The state symbol will be handed over to the Museum of the First President of Kazakhstan. Thanks to the expedition, more people learned about Kazakhstan. Head of the Central Asian Geographical Society, Kanat Uskenov, said. We set ourselves a goal that wherever we go, we will talk about Kazakhstan there. I think we were able to do it successfully. Now we plan to implement another big project and thus enter the Guinness Book of World Records.
Книгу рекордов Гиннесска кіргімізге отыр.